Coates 9100 coming at you. It's Friday, July 15th, 2021, 12:33 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Another leak with the van, and I have a cracked manifold, which I put some JB Weld on it, but this has been cracked for a while. But the big problem is I've got a coolant leak, a major coolant leak, and it's coming from the center head where it goes together. I guess it'd be the intake. I'll show you guys. This has been a bad summer. A lot of breakdowns. Anyways, there was a crack that went, a good size crack, probably went about 3 inches all the way over to here. And it wasn't a big crack, it was probably just a hairline, it was just a hairline crack. But it went from right over there, just to focus, it went from right over there, way over, all the way over to here. And I checked all the other up in there, and that's fine, no cracks. But there was a hairline crack, and it went all the way across, right to where I ended the JB Weld. Right there. I mixed the JB Weld up. I mean, that's the best I can do with it. You don't want to have you don't want to have leaks, you know. So that's the manifold, I believe, right there. But there's a major leak. I'm going to show you. This fucking thing. I can get it back in here. Went down to the gas station to get some gas, and then I shut the truck off. Boy, and the coolant just come pouring. The coolant come pouring right out of it. Alright. Now, all you guys are going to think, oh, it's going to be that gasket that you replaced. Yeah, I replaced this just a little while ago, remember? I had to take all this off. I took all that off. I put a new gasket. No, it's not leaking where I replaced the new gasket. That's the upper intake plenum. I put a brand new gasket all the way around. It's leaking. You see this main center gasket right here? You see this? Move this out of the way. You see this main center gasket right here? This one right here? Right there? This is the main center on the bottom of the intake, and it goes all the way around. It goes around right up in here, and it's leaking. If I can get this phone in there, it's leaking right in here by the injector in the center head. I'm probably not going to be able to get the phone in to show you, but it's leaking. Here's the valve cover right here, and it's leaking. Follow that gasket right here. It's leaking badly right up around in here, around in here, and it's leaking up in there. And it fills this spot right up here. Fills it right up full of coolant. And then it starts running and leaking down on the ground. But there's a main gasket, and I showed you right here. And this main gasket goes all the way around. I didn't touch this gasket when I took it all apart before. I'd never touched this. It goes all the way around. Goes up here on the bottom. There's your valve cover right there. And it goes right up here by the valve cover. Right up in there. All the way around. In here by the injectors. All the way around. And when you start this truck up, it fills this spot right up here full of coolant. The coolant starts coming out right there badly. Coming out right there, just to focus, and filling this right up full of coolant, and the coolant just runs down here. And it's coming from right in there, behind the injector. And it's this gasket right here. It's got to be ripped out. And I have to tear all this apart again. I can't. I'm going to buy some stuff to put in it. There's like bears, cool. I know you're not supposed to put that stuff in it, but you know what a job it's going to be? I'm going to have to tear all this stuff here back off. All this stuff back off. All this back off. All this stuff here off. And everything's going to come out. Fuel rails, all of it. I couldn't believe it. It's been running fine, no leaks. Drove down to the gas station, get some gas, and that fucking stuff started pouring right on the ground. So where is that coming from? I checked all the hoses, they're nice and dry. I checked all the big hoses, the small hoses, pulled the doghouse off, and I thought, you know, I might not have tightened it. I tightened all these to spec. 16 foot-pounds of torque. The seal's nice and dry. This is the one that I replaced right there. The upper intake plenum gasket. Right there. And that's all nice and dry. That's all nice and dry all the way around. As you can see. That's nice and dry. But it's coming from right in here. Right in there. Right in there by that injector. And it's leaking out. It's coming right up. And it fills that spot right up there. Right there. Full of coolant. Full. This fills it right full. And then it starts running down. Down. Down off the transmission on the ground. Because I started it up with doghouse. It's coming from right in there. There's that gasket, like I just showed you. And this bottom gasket, I never touched this when I pulled it all apart before to fix the injectors. But this is the one. Trouble with these old vehicles, that's the thing I don't like. 30 years old, 25 years old, 35 years old, the gaskets all dry up and they start leaking. Now, I got an option. I can go down and buy probably the best stuff you can buy to put in the radiator and have that circulate through the system. Maybe it'll stop the leak. Maybe I'll have to tear it